Good morning, Mr. Roebuck. Cully, escort our guest to the edge of town and see that he keeps going.
On your Appaloosa, Pullman. If you liked our accommodations, recommend us to your friends.
Jessie Mead. I haven't seen you since El Paso.
I heard you were here, Johnny. That's why I came.
Well, what's up? You rode in here like you had a fire under your saddle.
You gotta put me in jail, Johnny.
Oh, sure. Let's have breakfast first.
Please, Johnny. You gotta lock me up.
Oh, come on, Jessie. It's too early for kidding.
I want to be put in jail. You need a reason?
Yeah, usually. Well, that's a pretty good reason.
Sure tasted good.
Food's free. There is a charge for Roebuck's window, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm real sorry about that, Johnny.
I'd still like to know why.
Well, I just had to get myself locked up.
You won the brass ring, mister.
Who are you running from, Jessie?
You ever know me to run, John?
No. That's what bothers me.
Old man.
I see no old man.
Maybe you saw a stranger ride in earlier.
Oh, I see strangers all the time. They're lost, poor souls. All of them lost.
Hurry up, Case. Johnny and I are gonna go riding. We'll do the rest later, huh?
Top of the morning to you all.
You run this place?
Well, me and my daughter Laura do. What can I do for you? We've got some fine fresh apples. A real right bargain, shipped all the way from Washington.
We're looking for a fella named Mead. About 35, tall, riding a spotted bay.
Oh, what's he done?
It ain't easy listening. His name's Jessie Mead. Have you seen him?
It doesn't ring a bell at all.
Thanks.
Now, Case, why didn't you tell him? Isn't that the man Johnny arrested this morning?
Well, I figured I ought to tell Johnny first. Yeah, take your thieving hands off those apples, gentlemen.
Oh, just charge it to my account, quartermaster.
How Ringo ever talked the association into hiring that old fraud as a guard? For the life of me, I'll never know.
Well, Mr. Hickey is all right. He's a little strange, maybe.
Hey, look at him. Yankee cap, Confederate uniform. Do you know, I believe he's told so many lies about the war, he doesn't remember which side he was on.
I think you better go tell Johnny about those men.
Yeah, all right.
It isn't much to ask. All I want you to do is salt me little Sande.
You don't come up with enough tuppy to pay for Roebuck's window. This might turn out to be more than a one-night stand.
Johnny. 3 men, mean-looking skinners, just rode into town, asking questions about this gent.
They don't know I'm here. Maybe they'll move on.
I wouldn't count on that if I were you. They're out there now, chewing on Roebuck's ear.
That must be them coming.
Are they what you're running from, Jessie?
3 against 1, Johnny. I ain't as fast as I used to be. They mean to kill me.
Some men to see you, Sheriff. My name's Corney. Mr. Gurney, Mr. Harris.
Anything I can do for you, gentlemen?
We're part of a posse up from Cooper County. Understand you're holding Jessie Mead.
That's right.
Well, we want him.
Bad.
And don't worry about keeping him. I ain't gonna press for damages, not after I heard what these men want him for.
Don't listen to them, Johnny. Whatever they tell you, it's a lie.
Go on.
There isn't much to tell. We were having a picnic last Sunday. Long about dark, Mead was seen to leave with a Mrs. Wallace.
She was a married woman, Ringo.
Next morning, we found her body in a tar pit.
Cully, bring him out. Where's the rest of your posse?
We split up a ways back. Marshal Hennings and the rest pick us up here in the morning.
You're not going to turn me over to them, are you?
Give me one good reason why I shouldn't.
But I didn't touch that woman. I swear it to you.
We got witnesses.
Once I get back, I can prove I didn't kill her.
Then you haven't anything to be afraid of.
Oh, can't you see? Once they get me out of town, they'll kill me. There's a reward for me, Johnny. Dead or alive.
After what he did, there's only one way to take him in.
We're friends, Johnny. You've got to help me.
What do you expect me to do?
Wait till the Marshal gets here. Turn me over to him. Not them. I wouldn't stand a chance with them.
There's no need to wait for the Marshal.
Listen, Johnny. The Marshal will at least see what I get to stand trial. They'll kill me. In the old days, we used to look out for each other. You don't want to see me killed without a fair hearing, do you?
We're wasting time.
Wait a minute. When did you say the Marshal is due?
Like I said, there's no need to wait for the Marshal.
We'll wait.
That's how it is, huh? Well, it's like the man says. Old friends do have to look out for each other, don't they?
I think you ought to turn him over, Ringo. Yeah. Better for the town.
Mr. Roebuck, you manage a barber shop. The town is my responsibility. Now, if you gentlemen will excuse me, I'm busy.
You sure your old friend ain't gonna accidentally escape before the Marshal gets here?
Get out.
If Mead gives us the slip.
You're not gonna let him get away with it, are you?
Don't worry. There's gonna be no accidental escape. I'll see to that.
Ringo said get out.
We'll be back.
Nice, fellas.
Thanks, Johnny. You saved my hide.
Mead, I don't know if you're guilty or not. So let's get one thing straight. I'm not doing this out of friendship. Cully, put him back.
They're heading back to the saloon. Trouble, Johnny. I can smell it like rain.
Laura, I'm afraid we're going to have to put off that ride.
My grandmother always said doctors and sheriffs. But I'm not going to let you out of supper.
Now, we'd better get back to the store. Johnny, see you later.
I'll see you at 6.
5 to 6.
And, what is the extra 5 minutes for?
Well, we'll figure out something.
I'll be back in a few minutes.
Now, don't get yourself all involved. Do you hear?
Shut up and hear the man out. Let him talk.
He shouldn't talk that way about our sheriff. This isn't his town.
No, this isn't my town. And if it was, I wouldn't brag about it. I'd rather have a saddle itch for the rest of my life and let it be known I was part of a town that protected killers.
Who said this Mead fella's being protected?
Ringo's an ex-gunfighter, isn't he?
We know that, and don't matter.
Mead's also a gunfighter, isn't he?
That's right.
Well, what does that prove?
It proves that they're two of a kind. Why, there's no telling how many killings they could have ridden on together. Now, this gentleman was there. You'd take his word, wouldn't you?
The man's right. They did speak and knowing each other.
By morning, I figure Mead will be well on his way to Mexico.
You think Ringo will let him go?
You show me a town that's hired a gunfighter for a sheriff, and I'll show you a town that's partners with the devil. Now, let me tell you businessmen and merchants something. You put your trust in a known gunfighter to be your sheriff. When word gets around, he went back on you by letting that killer escape, you won't have a town big enough to need a sheriff.
Not until that fella scared him into thinking this could become a ghost town. Not until then. When you threaten a righteous merchant, watch out.
Cully, give me some of those 410 shotgun shells.
Mead's getting jumpy. Can't blame him. He is heavy enough to cut with a knife.
You don't think you'll have to use that shotgun shell, do you?
I hope not.
Those people out there, Johnny, they're our friends.
Listen to our friends. The voices of justice.
But they're good people, Johnny.
That's what makes them dangerous.
I don't understand it.
That posse came into town and set a fire under their sense of duty. Now they demand justice. And the terrible thing about it is they're sincere. Sometimes good people break the very laws they're trying to protect.
Hey!
Tastes good.
I feel like the mountain coming to Mohammed.
I'm sorry about supper, Laura.
It makes 2 dates you've broken with me in one day.
Well, I'll try to make it up to you.
You gonna try real hard? Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Johnny, those three fellas, there's real trouble. They spawned a tornado.
Help me shutter the windows.
Go home, Laura.
I'm staying.
She better stay, Case. You can't figure them out.
What's going on, Ringo? Ringo!
This is what he deserves.
You ought to be careful.
You too. Everybody.
Stay here.
Johnny.
All of you.
Ringo, we've come for that killer. Send him out here.
You men can develop a considerable hangover drinking before supper.
We want no trouble from you, Ringo.
So far, that puts me on your side.
Now, we know you're protecting Mead.
Yes, sir.
That's what you're doing.
Right now, I'm protecting you.
What are we waiting for?
Marshal will take the prisoner in the morning. Now, you know that's the way it's got to be, so go on home.
Yeah, Marshal will get the prisoner in the morning, all right. If there's still a prisoner to be got.
We're not taking any chances. We want him now.
There's only one thing worse than a killer. That's a man who'd protect him.
Yeah, let's go.
What's the matter with you people? Have you gone crazy? Hannah, Roebuck, now you stop and think for a minute. You're out of your minds to let these strangers come into town and work you up into a lynching mood. Now, you men, go on home. Go on home. Let me take care of Mead.
I can just picture how Ringo's gonna take care of his old partner.
That's right. He's stalling just to let Mead get away.
Let's go and get him!
The hitching rack.
Sande, they're lynch smugglers.
Ringo! Ringo!
What are you going to do, Johnny?
I don't know. I'd hate to shoot anybody to protect that saddle trap.
This door won't hold forever.
I scallywag 2 horses up the alley, just in case you have to fly Mead.
Good. That kind of thinking can add years to your life.
Ringo, get me out of here. The door ain't gonna hold. It won't hold. And all through the town, not a creature was stirring.
Not even the sheriff.
Get the bag.
Set up the horses.
Get those blinds. Couple will do. We don't want to make too much noise.
Hold it! I knew there was a smell about you two fellers.
Right.
To prove to the town that you're their sheriff first and me's friend last? Johnny, you did the right thing in not letting those men take him. Now don't spoil it by waiting too long.
See if the alley's clear.
clear, Johnny.
I never thought you'd make the move. Where are the horses?
Behind Doc's place.
I'll make it organized 50 miles from here. You going with me? When the door goes, don't try to stop me. I don't want anybody hurt. Look, Johnny, you'll only drag me. I can make the border faster by myself. I'm taking you back to Cooper County Jail. Move!
Hurry, Johnny!
This way. You're not really going to turn me in, are you, Johnny? Would you rather stay here?
I think he would. Ringo, just keep your hands spread out wide.
Looks like we didn't get very far, did we, Johnny? Why did you bring him? Tried my best to talk him out of coming. Didn't I, John? Everything go all right, boys?
Just the way you figured it, Jesse. We got over 30,000 out of that safe.
I gotta hand it to you, Jesse. You really fooled me.
Well, it isn't as easy as it was in the old days, Johnny. Man needs a plan now if he's going to secure his future.
You took a big chance.
No, not really. Well, you gave me a sweat, all right. But I knew you wouldn't let that mount get me.
Come on, we can't stand around gabbing.
How much does that badge bring you in, Johnny? 100? 2? You could make 5 times that much. It'd be just like the old days.
The old days are dead, Jesse. And if I ever run into you again, you're gonna join them.
Let me finish him.
Put your gun away. Put it away. Johnny's a friend of mine. He saved my life. So I return the favor. We're even, right, Johnny? Tie him up.
Hold it! I still have a cartridge left in my gun. It's a shotgun shell. I don't want to use it unless I have to.
He's bluffing. You saw me empty the gun. The bullets are laying right there.
You're pretty cocky, Ringo. But we're through playing games.
Johnny! Out here! My first prisoner of war, Johnny.
Congratulations, General. You let yourselves get worked up clear out of your heads. Now, if you'd have stayed where you belonged and minded your business, they wouldn't have been able to rob the town in the first place. Now, there's a right way to do things and a wrong way. If you don't know the difference, you might just as well live in a jungle.
Ringo, we're sorry.
Go on home. It's way past your supper time.
Come on, General, and I'll buy you a drink. And what's more, I'll let you tell me the whole story of how you won the war.
It was at the Battle of Gettysburg. I told Abe, I said, we ought to attack them on the left front. You know, Abe
I think
said,
I'll go dust off the moon.
My beat. Must be past 10 o'clock.
No. It's still 5 to 6.
I like the way you tell time.
Ringo, Johnny Ringo, his fears were never shown. The fastest gun in all the West, the quickest ever known. Everywhere he traveled, trouble was all that he found. Face to face with a man set to prove that he could shoot Ringo down. Ringo, Johnny Ringo, his fears were never shown. The fastest gun in all the West, the quickest ever known.